Well, I'm from the neighborhood.
Okay.
So being born and raised in the neighborhood, it's changed just within the last 10 years. I mean, we knew that drugs and people were using drugs, but now it's out in the open. And we're having more and more folks that aren't from the neighborhood come in and they're kind of stuck here. If you just take a look and you ask folks like, where are you from? We've heard Texas, Alabama, you name it, they're coming in and again, they're stuck here. It's called the heroin hub of the United States. I'm not sure if that's a good title to hold, but that's currently what Philadelphia, the title that Philadelphia is now holding.
It's hard to explain it. It really is, because I think people are really petrified of the area, and the truth is it's more sad than scary. And I think when people think of Kensington, they think it's bad and you're going to get hurt. And the truth is, these are just sad people who made bad choices at some point and are down here from other areas, or the people that have lived down here and don't know any different. And the truth is, I guess something could happen. I guess it could be scary, but I've never been one bit afraid. Never thought to myself, oh, I'm in a bad situation.
We were already faced with folks that were going hungry, and families that were coming in and dealing with not only the violence, but also the drugs that are being given out in front of their kids. And now they're having issues with just going to the corner store without hearing gunshots or needing to run away and things like that. It's more difficult to live in the neighborhood now than it's been in years. And most of our families are stuck here as well, on fixed incomes. Property taxes are going higher. So now they need to not only figure out, okay, where's my next meal gonna come from, but how am I gonna pay my taxes on my house when I'm living on Social Security, and the amount of Social Security isn't even enough to get a gallon of milk and bread at a corner store. The biggest need is food. We're going through food more than we've ever gone through the amount of food. We were serving 50 families across the street, and now we're serving 150 families every week. And food is always, and probably will always be, the biggest need. Going to the corner store, you can buy a loaf of bread and a gallon of milk, and you're spending like $10. So for someone who's on a fixed income, $10 is a lot. And even though we're giving just a small bag of food, we know that it's consistent food that's going into their homes. Right now we're starting our after school program. It'll be 2 days a week for any of the families that live in the neighborhood. We also provide internet. There's a computer and there's a printer for any of the assignments that need to be printed. Every Tuesday we also provide emergency meals to the family, so it's 5 breakfasts, 5 lunches, and 10 milks that are for the rest of the week. We're also providing frozen dinners to the families so that they again have something to eat. We also provide on Thursdays our grocery bags to the families. And then Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, we do grab and go bags to anyone who is one of our outdoor neighbors. We recently started our diaper bank, and it'll be any of the families that attend a support group is able to take a box of diapers home every week. It's about treating people like people, and listening to their story, not just saying, okay, well, I understand. Well, we don't understand. We've never suffered with drug addiction. And just being able to sit there and have a conversation with someone, it goes a long way. Remembering someone by their name instead of saying, hey, you, sir. We have a couple of regulars and we call them by their name, and you see their face light up. And it's just saying, okay, you are a person and we respect you, and we understand that you're going through a difficult time, and we'll walk with you through that process and help you out as much as we possibly can, without enabling anyone, but just really providing 100% support to the individual. Recently did a coat drive about 2 weeks ago to see the kids come in without a coat, and the day was pretty cold. To leave with a smile on their face saying, oh my goodness, like now I have a coat. I mean, we don't want any of our kids ever being hungry or having to go to school without a coat just because they can't afford it. And the amazing thing about Mother of Mercy House is that we have some great donors and benefactors who not only understand the mission of Mother of Mercy House, but they also know what the needs are here. And we're always somehow able to make it work. Today we gave out 125 bags with turkeys. So we know that at least for Thanksgiving, our families will be fed. And then we'll pick back up next week giving out emergency meals and food again on Thursday. So even those little things we know is making an impact in our neighborhood.
The city needs a lot of support, and if people could just see, I mean, I think people think, well, Kensington's really bad, it's a bunch of drug addicts. It's not, it's a really good community. The people that live here and keep their houses nice, they can't let their kids out because there are drug addicts, and I get that. But even the drug addicts probably don't want to be here. So I just think just be warmer, be kinder, be kind when you see someone that's homeless. You know, nobody grows up and thinks, wow, I can't wait to live on the streets of Kensington. So I think just be kinder. It could be anybody that you know. And the community out here, it's a really good community of great people. Fun people, kind, loving, but just as a whole, it's pretty dirty and it's pretty sad. So it's like known as the Hole, and it is the epicenter for opioid addiction. So that's got a bad rap. But I don't think anybody wants to be here.